Hi Mike, how are you today?
Good. How about yourself?
Let me introduce Mike Ehrman. He's gonna be my interview person today, and I'm gonna ask him about his photography skills and the pictures inside this box. So, first of all, tell us a few things about yourself. How old are you, Mike? And of course, you know your name already, but what's your occupation?
Yeah, like Eszter said, my name is Michael Ehrman. My occupation is I manage a law firm here in town. It's a very popular one for the times. It's we do bankruptcies. So if any of you recently lost your job, you may be seeing me at one point in the near future. I'm a nice guy, so don't worry. And then on the spare time, I take a lot of pictures. I develop art or photography as well, in color and black and white, and and so on.
Yeah. So, what does art means for you? How can you describe it?
What does it mean to me? Well, it's a expression of oneself, really. So, like I like everything kind of it's not a lot of gray area in my life. It's like either it is or it isn't type of thing. So, like when you'll notice with a lot of my pictures, it's a lot of building, structure, things with symmetry, exacting the lines. And then, of course, I also go the drastic opposite and take pictures of nature, which is, by all practical standards, chaotic at best. It's unpredictable. So to me, it kind of represents my life in the sense that when I'm at work, it's very rigid. Either it is or it isn't, especially with working in a law firm. But then when I go home, it's more of the natural thing where my life is a bit more chaotic. One day I'll be skydiving, the next day I'll be partying in Amsterdam for New Year's, and the next day after that I'll be sitting at home cooking. So I guess what it means to me is it's an expression of how I live and it's an expression of my life.
That's amazing. Tell us a few things how you started photographing, why and how.
Well, I started some of my early works when I first appeared in a photograph, which probably set the tone for the rest of my life. Was my mom, when I was in the womb, there's a sonogram, I think, I'm not sure what it's called. I don't have any children that I'm aware of. So I'm not quite sure exactly how that works, but that was my first introduction to photography.
And when did you start doing photos, like taking pictures?
Oh, when I took them, okay, sorry. I started taking pictures at a very young age as well. I've always been exposed to the camera, and I think that my first camera was when I was 7 years old. It was a SLR, which stands for single lens reflex. It's one of those big cameras with the lenses on it. And I had it for just a couple of days because my sister, she thought it was a bath toy, the most simplistic way to put it, and it did become a bath toy. So it went through a transformation period of being a camera and it ended up as a bath toy. So that was my first camera. I only took a couple pictures with it, and then later I think my first real camera was when I went into college, and in college I started really taking pictures because I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. I still don't know what I want to be. It's really bad. But I wanted to be a pilot, but my eyes were good enough. So I figured, okay, well, if my eyes are toast, what else could I do with them? And I decided photography. So I started doing a lot of photography in college, and I took a lot of photography classes, I think 7 in all. And started, that's basically was the introduction, was college, I guess, most simplistic way to answer that. Sorry, I should have taken the Reader's Digest version.
So college is the basic point. And that leads to another question, like, I guess you're just doing photography as amateur art, am I right? Like just a hobby?
Oh, amateur? Yeah, it's just a hobby. Yeah, because amateur, I don't get paid for it.
Yeah.
So I haven't really been paid per se. I've won prizes for photography, but I haven't. I mean, I've wanted them, but I've never picked them up. I'm not really good at picking
Have you ever
up
thought about
prizes.
Have you ever thought about being a professional photographer?
Yeah, I would have to. No, okay, because I need to eat, and there's no money in that. So I suppose I could now with just file for unemployment because it's I think I could get it for like 2 years now, which is not bad. It's like a 2-year sabbatical. Government pays for it, so I may consider it, but as of right now, I'm gonna keep working.
Yes, all right.